Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today we are going to play with some new false strip lashes. So my good friend Mashan saw this on Instagram the other day and she's like, OMG, you have to give this a shot, and it's so up my alley. So the lashes are the Ardell Professional Aqua Lashes. So these look like really pretty lashes, and the kicker with these is that the lash band is water activated, meaning we don't need any sort of adhesive. The lash band just needs to be dipped in water and then it can be put directly onto your eye and we should be good to go. I think these are really cool idea because these would be really convenient just to have a couple pair of these if you want to bring them traveling and you don't want to deal with the glue, or if you're somebody that where the glue just really intimidates you because the glue kind of gets everywhere and it's hard to manage. This could also be a really good option. But I just have so many questions, like, does it really become an adhesive? How well is it going to stay through the day? And then also, can you reuse them? I'm not sure if you can reuse them. I'm assuming the water activated lash band only works once, but I'm sure you could use an adhesive or, adhesive eyeliner or something like that if you want to reuse the lashes, because I would hate to waste these lashes after one use. Let's go ahead and give them a try. I'm really excited. I feel like I have my full face on, just screaming for some lashes. So the two pairs I have are the 342 and the 343. Honestly, they look very, very similar. I clearly am drawn to this type of look. They almost look 3D, where it's not just one flat strip. I feel like there's different levels to the lashes, so it gives you that really full feathery look. I think I'm going to go with the 343 because they look slightly shorter than the 342. The directions back here are very minimal. Looks like the first one is just to put the lashes like against your eye, I'm assuming, to measure them. And then you dip them into water and then you put them on your eye. I feel like these instructions are a little simple. I feel like we could use a little bit more information there. Remove the lashes from this plastic guy. So I don't know if you guys can see, but it's very clearly like a dried glue strip on the lashes. You want to make sure that you measure these out, and you don't want them to be exactly the length of your eyelid either. You want them to be slightly shorter on the inner and slightly shorter on the outer. If you don't do that, that's when you'll get like the random poking in the inner corner or outer corner, and then your eyes start to water, and then that's when the glue and your lashes start to slip and slide, and it's just a big old mess. I'm just going to hold them up against my eye really quick. All right, and then I'm just going to trim them on either side, making sure that I'm a little bit shorter on the inner and outer corner. I like to use a nail clipper. I just find that whenever I'm trimming lashes, that's the thing that works best for me. All right, so now if you can see, I have trimmed both sides a little bit, so it should fit my eye nicely now. My lashes are now trimmed and ready to go. I'm gonna pull you guys a little bit closer so you guys can see in on the action. Hello, hello. All right, so now that we are all trimmed and ready to go, I have my glass of water here. All we have to do is dip the lashes into the water, and that's what activates the glue. Okay, so it's wet now. I don't know if I'm supposed to wait or anything. It doesn't give us any sort of information. I'm just going to see if it's ready. It's not at all sticky. Oh, there was this little tiny paper that fell out that I didn't even realize. So maybe there's more information on here that will be helpful to us. Okay, here we go. Easy 3-step application. Check fit. Align band with natural lash line to check for fit. Remove lash tabs by trimming each end. Trim any excess lash for fit if necessary. So we did that. Activate adhesive. Immerse lash band in warm water for 10 to 15 seconds. Okay, that's where we have gone wrong. Ensure lash band is fully saturated before applying to lash line. Apply lashes. Secure lash band by pressing onto lash line. Removal. To remove, saturate a cotton swab with water and apply along the lash band. Gently peel away lash starting from the outer corner. I'm glad I saw this. It was in the box and it fell out when I took it out and I didn't even notice. My water is just room temp and it's not warm. So I will be right back to get that warm water. Okay, so I guess the warm water definitely makes more sense. So now I have my cup of warm water. I'm going to try this again, dipping the lash in for 10 to 15 seconds. Okay, I went for 15 because I wasn't counting Mississippi. Another Friends reference, like the Ross tanning episode. He was like 4 4s or something like that because he was counting Mississippi when he shouldn't have been. The lashes get pretty wet. Not fully sure if it's sticking, so I'm just kind of holding it in place. Okay, so I think it's on. It didn't really stick initially, so I really had to hold it in place. Again, maybe I didn't hold it in the warm water long enough to activate the glue. My initial thoughts, I think it looks okay from far away, but when I'm looking at it up close, I feel like I can see the lashes kind of lifted away from my lash line because the glue strip is so thick. And so because you activate the glue strip, it doesn't mean that it melts or anything like that. It almost just softens it so it sticks. And so I feel like the lashes are kind of protruding away from my lash line, if that makes sense. But I think from far away, it looks pretty good. I'm just giving them a little tug to see if we're on there. And so we're on there, so that's good. Okay, let me activate my next lash before the water cools down too much. I feel like you definitely have to be patient with it. I feel like it's kind of lifting, but you just have to keep holding it in place. Okay, so they are both on. There was a little bit of a struggle. I was hoping that it was going to be like boop, boop, it was going to be easy. Pardon this angle of me, but I wanted to see if you guys could see how the lashes look like a little bit lifted from the lash line. But I think from far away you can't tell. It's just me being picky when I'm looking. And then another thing, because the glue is so thick, I feel like the lashes aren't as malleable, so they're not as flexible. And I feel like the lashes look like they're a little bit flat on my eye when I want them to contour a little bit to my eye shape. This could be different for different people because obviously everybody's eye shape is different, but because of that thick glue, it didn't really allow for it to curve around my eye. So I feel like it's kind of more flat, just sticking on top of my eyelid, if that makes sense. Other than the thick glue band, I really do enjoy the lashes themselves. I feel like the lashes are really romantic, feathery, fluttery, flirty, and make the eyes look really pretty. I am going to go about my day. I want to just see how they wear through the day. I'm going to do a workout, how reliable they are, like if you could really wear them to a wedding or something like that without them lifting throughout the day. And I will be back with final thoughts. All right, see you guys soon. Hi everyone, I am back. Sorry I look a little bit crazy. It has been a day and I worked out and I wanted to check in on how the lashes are holding up. So the one on the left is actually holding up really well. It's not lifting and it feels really secure. Like I'm really tugging on it and it feels really secure. This one on the other hand is hanging on by a thread. So this actually was already lifting prior to my workout, so I don't think that that was the reason why. The weird thing is that you know how false lashes usually lift in the corners first? Well, the corners are actually the part that is still stuck on my lash line, and then the middle section of the lash has lifted away from my eye. So it's been really bugging me and it's almost like I could see it a little bit because it's hanging off my eye. What I thought would be a interesting thing to test out is I wonder if we could reuse it, because let's just say if I am at a wedding and my lash starts to lift, what do you do at that point? Like, could you take it off, re-wet it, and put it back on? That is the question. It's barely holding on, so I'm just going to pull it off. And ooh, it's like a little bit stuck to my natural lashes. Oh no, it got one. I am going to re-dip the lash into the warm water and see if it kind of reactivates the adhesive and if we can put it back on. Okay, I feel like it's been in here for about 20 seconds at least. And then I'm going to shake her out. I'm going to try to put them back on now. Okay, wow, that stuck on a lot faster this time. Oh my. I can't get excited yet. I feel like it's still a little lifting, so I'm just going to hold it in place while it dries. Okay, you guys, it is stuck back on. I am really shocked by that. I honestly thought that these lashes were going to be a one and done situation. Like I mentioned earlier, it is a pretty thick piece of hardened glue that's on that lash. So just imagine when you wet it with the warm water, it almost softens that top layer of glue and you could stick it on. As long as that glue strip is still there, I think you can reuse it over and over again as long as there's still some glue left on the strip. And I think the trick to it is holding it into that warm water. And I think you gotta count 15 seconds Mississippi. I think me counting Mississippi-lessly, I don't even know if I'm saying that right, Mississippi-lessly, I was rushing it and the glue wasn't getting soft enough because I was rushing it in the warm water. So if you're going to count Mississippi-lessly, then you have to at least hold it in there for at least 20 to 25 seconds because then the glue will soften up, and then while the glue is still a little bit wet, then you put it on, and I didn't have any troubles with it at all. And I do recommend holding it kind of still while it's drying down. So I am really impressed, guys, because I was kind of like wondering and thinking through when I would use these, right? Because like, let's say if it only water activated once, what if I had to touch it up when I'm at a big event or something and I would have to like still carry glue or something with me instead? And it's like, is that worth it? I think that it is really cool that you just can travel with this and you don't need to deal with any glue, and you just wet the strip lash and then you put it on, and if you have any troubles with it, you can re-dip it in warm water and reapply it. And I think that you could probably wear it at least a few times while that glue strip is still kind of intact. This is a really cool option if lash glue and liquid eyeliner really isn't your thing and the prices aren't bad at all. I found both of these options on Amazon. There's a couple of different styles as well, and they were both like about $4.75. So I will link in the description box below for the two styles that I have, but definitely look into it if this is something that is intriguing to you that might work. And I think when you're taking them off at night and you're having any issues, just follow the directions by using a little Q-tip or something like that to wet the glue, and then that should help it lift up a little bit better. Just take them off really carefully and then put them back into this little box. Try to get as many uses as you can out of them. If you just are really gentle with them, hopefully you can give at least a few, if not more, reuses out of these lashes. So again, very, very cool. But thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It was really fun giving these aqua lashes a try. I think it is a really cool concept, and it's like, what will they think of next? I will link everything in the description box below for you to check out. In the comment section, please let me know if you have any questions at all, or if you have any tips on using these, if you've given it a try. I would love to hear your thoughts. And if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe to my channel and ring that notification bell so you're notified as soon as I post my next video. And as always, please take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!